the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you, Lord.
If I had one word to describe Dr. Hill, I would say servant leader. Dr. Hill oversees all of our varsity sports, all the athletes, all the head coaches, all the assistant coaches, and then all the support staff that go into that. And I think really when you look at what the role of an athletic director is, they are fostering the culture within athletics. And Dr. Hill has done such a good job of outlining what that is.
Compete with purpose is really our core value, as you know, and our coaches live by the 3 core values that fall underneath that, with placing Christ first, investing in relationships, and pursuing our best. Our first thing is to honor Christ in all we say and do.
Without him, we're not able to compete with purpose the way that we're called to. And it's all about competing for God's glory, but also for each other. And I think he embodies that.
He is the one that is making sure that that stays the focus of our programs.
He's just always has an open door to listen to his athletes. He cares for us more than just athletes, but actual people. And just knowing that he has that Christ-like behavior and just leads by example really encourages me.
He loves the student athletes, but he's, the kids love him, put it that way. They enjoy connecting with him, and it's evident.
You can just see it in the way he walks, the way he talks with his athletes, just even walking around the halls of Erickson or going to games, showing up, supporting the teams. Just wants to know every single athlete that he has and really have a relationship with them further than just sports.
Well, this is the thank you wall, and I don't really know why I started it, but I think I had an empty bulletin board once. When I first moved to this office, I said, well, I got a thank you card, so I popped one up there. And then I got another thank you card, so I popped up there. And over time, I got more and more thank you cards. And crazy as it is, this is probably 20-some years of thank you cards. Another stack I need to put up there. And the only reason I do that is just to remind me why I do this job. And this reminds me that I'm doing this for the student athletes, the coach, the staff, the community, and to honor Christ in all we do. I like the fact that what I do gets to hopefully make a difference in somebody's life and for eternity.
Dr. Hill, what he does really well is he models what servant leadership looks like. And I think he also sets the tone for the vision of athletics being more than just about wins or losses, about that bigger picture and that bigger purpose.
As much as we want to win, if you're not being a great witness as you play, if you're not worshiping the Lord as you play, you can win a game, but you're kind of not serving the purpose of what, again, compete with purpose means.
If we win on the scoreboard and lose on that, take the trophy and throw it in the trash. If we win on honoring Christ and all we say and do, and we didn't get the trophy, I don't really care. We have tons of trophy cases up and down this hallway. We're building more, but not at the expense of doing it the wrong way, but doing it the right way.
This is kind of our NCAA championship trophy case. Probably my favorite one in this trophy case is our very first Sweet 16. When we had the #1 team in the country here, Cal Lutheran, play us on our court, and we won in the 5th set, 16-14 overtime, and the students just swarmed the court. That was kind of special because that was the first time Northwestern kind of broke through on the national scene. So it's one of my favorites, 2016. The names of these student athletes and coaches on here represent their Christian character, their faith, just beyond even what the sport they played. Tanner was outstanding. Kiera leads the nation in blocks last year for volleyball. Kirsten qualified for the National Golf Tournament. So there's a lot of men here. We've built, I think, 18 trophy cases since I've been here at Northwestern, which is phenomenal and fun. But I wouldn't trade faith for any of these trophies. You can take all the trophies away. As long as we're honoring God, that's all that really matters to me, and playing as hard as we can. My goal at the end of the day is did Christ look down and say, I was honored by the way you played and conducted yourself. Well done.
We talk a lot about trying to be like Jesus. It's easy to say, I do this, I do that, but he truly embodies it. Going into marriage, becoming a man, graduating from here, I look at his life a lot, and it reflects Jesus truly, and that's exactly the kind of person that I want to be as well.
One of the things that I really appreciate about Dr. Hill is that when we have our meetings with him at the end of the season, we always kind of have an evaluation time with him, and the first thing he always asks about is how our team has grown spiritually. And that has become one of the most important things that I've learned to do as a coach over the 20 years working under his leadership is, yes, the winning and losing matters, but ultimately it's the growth of the faith of our student athletes. And so just appreciate him and how he has modeled that and how that's a big part of how he leads in the athletic department.
But also the same Bible verse that's on the wall here in the Erickson Center is my favorite Bible verse in Colossians 3:17. I think the most important part of that verse is the first word, and that's whatever. Whatever you do in words or actions, and we do a lot of that here in this gym and on these fields, do it to glorify Christ, giving thanks to God the Father through him.
He's showing that to others constantly. He's always reading, learning, growing, challenging us, helping us to grow and to be intentional, in our own faith lives. If he leads by example, I'm like, well, if he can do it, I can do it, right? Why shouldn't I be able to do that? You want to do it because he does it. I want to follow that guy.
This is probably one of my favorite pictures ever taken at Northwestern. I was told that the Coke representative needed to meet me on the field at 3:30 by one of my staff members. So I go out in the field, I come through the tunnel there, and I turn around, and there's a whole bunch of student athletes there and gave me a standing ovation. And that really humbled me, but it also showed me the appreciation that our student athletes have here at Northwestern for all the work and effort we put in. Just knowing that what we do matters to students here at Northwestern, and being a part of their lives. I love the students here. I was shocked and surprised they would take their time out of their day to do that for me. But that's definitely one of the highlights of my career, for sure.
Thank you, Dr. Hill, for showing me what it's like to be a godly man and truly follow a life like Jesus.
Huge thank you for being true to the Word of God, being true to our sports, and just making a huge impact. Thank you for staying the course. I mean, not too many athletic directors are around for that long at one institution. He's someone that's well respected in the athletic director community, and people love and appreciate him very much, 100%. Thank you, Matt. Love you, man.
To Dr. Hill, I would say, on behalf of not just me, but the volleyball program and all the student athletes and coaches in our athletic department, we're so grateful for the legacy and the impact that you've left over 25 years at Northwestern. You are a Hall of Famer, not just here on earth, but in God's eyes for sure, and we are so grateful.